Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. Shout out to Brozels, man. This footage actually comes from him, one of the pioneers of the simulation football community. And it's time to revisit it, man. And EA has actually seen this video. I confirmed that, as it has well over 10,000 views on YouTube. I think it's called Madden 13 wide receiver DB interactions. And now here we are on Madden 15. And I just need to bring it back up and bring it back to the front of people's minds of what we had in a video game before in terms of wide receiver DB interactions, route running, hard cuts, player movement. Now I say this on the radio show. Shout out to Sim Football Critic Smitty, SimStandardRadio every Thursday night. You can't go to Burger King and get a Big Mac. And what I mean by that, if you read between the lines, an EA game will never play like a 2K game. That's just plain and simple. It's not going to happen. Two different companies, two different philosophies. But what we can do as consumers, game changers, and the community is push for them to get as close as possible to this from their engine. And I know people are going to say, they can never do this, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. The game is going in the right direction. If you played Madden 15 hands-on experience, then you know. But what we're seeing right now on screen is weight, momentum, footwork, route running, ball placement, all meaning something. And I've been playing Madden 15 long enough to know that the game is good, but this is what we're looking for when we talk about wide receiver DB interactions. And I just needed to bring it back up, because what does route running mean in Madden? Seriously, like, what's the difference between Calvin Johnson and Larry Fitzgerald? Abilities, player abilities is what separates and makes people different. And in this game, or for those of you all who don't know, it might be the first time actually seeing this game, because I'm an older channel, so when I put something up like this, I assume that everybody knows what game this is. But this is All Pro Football 2K8, 2006-2007 production, 2007 release. This was a simulation football game. It had its flaws like every game. There'll never be a perfect game because there are no perfect people. And imperfect people can't make a perfect thing. But, like I said, we're looking for some of these things to be replicated in Madden the best way possible. And if you look at the NFL now, wide receiver DB are huge in terms of affecting the game. You have penalties now that they're throwing flags on defensive holding because of how Seattle beat the Broncos in the Super Bowl and the Legion of Boom, and just their impact on the game. So we need to see that represented in wide receiver DB interactions. And if you run this entire video back and just look at the footage, you can mute me and just watch the game itself, and you'll see a better representation of what we're looking for out of a simulation football game, as Brozels did a wonderful job with the footage as well as the on-screen suggestions and feedback. But it's about that time that we get delivered on what we're promised, and it remains to be seen, Madden 16, if they are able to do it. But right here on screen, I just need to bring it back up to the public and show you once again, because over time people forget, and we've moved on to PS4 and Xbox One, but this is a game played on Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and it's time to replicate football wide receiver DB interactions, route running, Because you don't always have to be fast to get open in the NFL. You need to use your intelligence, your route running, your quicks, your smarts. And one of the best examples of that is Reggie Wayne. And Reggie Wayne can be a bum in Madden 15. So we need to get that down. Wide receiver DB interactions and route running, meaning something and actually being represented correctly. See you in the comments.
Now, back to our regular scheduled program.
Come fast, she said that it was pronto. And my first car color was Azure. It affected me, my money had to blow a little more.